Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to another very special installment of Nerd Hell. What makes it special? Well, I'm here, aren't I? And who am I? I'm Robinson, and recently I discovered that diet soda does not give you cancer. It gives you AIDS.
Oh, shit. Okay. How do I follow that?
With your
I'm
name.
Stanley. And I did not know that diet soda gave you AIDS. I thought that was something that you just kind of caught from,
Monkey.
No, from, like, people who have HIV.
Duh.
So, okay.
Didn't it come from monkeys, though? Like the first case?
I think it was a species transmission or like a transmutation to humans, yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm not,
because like the common story is like somebody cut his finger while he was like cutting up monkey meats, and that's what started the whole thing. But the South Park explanation is that somebody out there was fucking monkeys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, we don't really know kind of a lot about it. Like, there are things, but we just know that it was first reported by the CDC in June of 1981. So,
a great year for music.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess if you like the 80s, so...
Yeah, that's when it started.
Okay.
Excuse me. Well, welcome back, everybody. We hope you're being safe in this ridiculous heat. It is not good.
No, it's not. I mean, my solar panels are doing fine, but like, Jesus, man, like 104 degrees every single day for the past 2 weeks. Like, it's that there's a thing going around Twitter right now where it shows a comparison clip between the Netflix channel movie, like, Don't Look Up, right? Like, Netflix has their own DComs, and it's this comedy about two scientists that try to warn people that there is an asteroid coming to Earth that will kill everyone if they don't do anything, and everyone is just kind of blasé about it, like, oh, what are you gonna do? Right? And then, there's a clip that comes on next that is actually from the real world where a British, meteorologist is like, hundreds if not thousands of people are gonna die from the heat, like the very elderly and the very young. And the newscaster lady is like, why is it so bad? Why is everything so negative? You see this guy just kind of looking at her like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, this is... Man, why is this negative?
This is really messing with my chakras.
Oh? Yeah.
Your negative energy is just ruining the feng shui I have built in this house.
I've built this news program around positivity in the news.
Oh, yeah. My mom, she got obsessed with feng shui for about a month, and she put a giant mirror in our dining room, which is just next to the kitchen. It's not a room, it's just a space. And she said, if we have the mirror here, it doubles the food, so it doubles the nutrition and spiritual healing of the food. And I'm like, nah, ma,
no, that's
not true.
The same food. You don't double the nutrition. Can you imagine if you're getting twice the calories for eating food in a mirror?
I would hate that so much. And I'm like, Mom, the feng shui also talks about minimalism. I can't hear you. You're making things up.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Damn, I don't know. I mean,
what have you been playing recently? What have you been watching?
Dude, I don't know. I actually got back into Valorant and still kind of playing it.
I'm so sorry for you.
Actually, no, it's been fine because I've been playing with like 5-stack on Discord.
Oh, that's perfect then. Yeah, that's how you gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. And then what is it? The other thing that I would do, because I finished the Warhammer game. I don't know, man. Like, I'm actually about to go back to work because I get the summers off, and so I am kind of dreading it at the same time not. But I'm actually going to be going to Alaska in the next couple of days. So
what are you gonna do in Alaska other than cool down and enjoy the cold?
Yeah, dude, the high of the temperature is going to be 65 degrees the entire weekend I'm there.
That sounds heavenly.
Yeah, but I am. We're going there because we're going on a cruise. So my parents invited me and my spouse to go on a cruise, and we were like, yeah, sure, we can go. And it's the week before I have to go back to work, so yay! I'm going to enjoy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's so fun. That's so funny. When I think of cruises, I think of like the heats. It's like, we're going to Florida, we're going to Mexico, we're gonna throw a bunch of six-packs rings into the river and watch the fish die. But this is the first time it's like, you want to go on a cruise? We're doing it in a lake, just filled with ice.
I mean, it's just like, but like a cruise of, we're going on a cruise. You just put a boat in a little tub. That's the upstairs tub. There you go. You're on a cruise.
The good thing about the cruise is nobody else can get on. But no, seriously, this heat is ridiculous. I've been frequently showering. Not even showering. I've just been dumping my body in cold water.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's been so hot that I can't walk my dog in the afternoon because it, like, is the heat so intense, the pavement is just too hot for his little, like, paws. So I'm like, oh, shit, I don't want you to suffer or get burns.
Yeah, I have to wait until, like, 11 p.m. That's when, like, it gets dark and cold. Because even when it's dark, it's still, like, 87 degrees out.
I know. Fuck, dude. Well, at least I have a yard, so I can, have him go outside in the grass where it's not, like, gonna burn his feet. But, like, come on. Like, man, whoever said climate change is not a real thing? God
damn you, Dale Gibble from King of the Hill. Only on TBS at Sunday nights. Speaking of which, we're not sponsored by TBS. Honestly, I don't want to be sponsored by them after Young Sheldon.
I'm going to claim ignorance to that right now, so...
This is what's going to break us apart. It's always about the money. It's always about the Sheldon.
What?
Did you know they're going to they're adding Sheldon into Elden Ring? The DLC is called the Young Sheldon Ring.
That sounds like a pedophile thing, dude.
You leave Young Sheldon out of this.
I mean, you do know that a ring, like a dark ring in British slang, is like asshole?
Wait,
it's like butthole. Yeah, it's butthole, so...
Is that what the Elden Ring was all along?
It's just an old person's butthole.
The real Elden Ring was inside you all along.
It was that old man that you murdered like 30 hours ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, so, I mean, like, that's the reason why they had to change it from, because they originally wanted to call it Dark Ring, but they changed it to Dark Souls. So, because, they didn't want to be known in England as, like, Dark Butthole.
No, that's fine. Dark Butthole was what they called me in high school.
Oh.
No, not Dark, Darth.
Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say, oh shit, dude, like maybe you were harassed a little more than usual.
It's fine. It builds character.
It does something. I don't know about character, but sure.
Oh, speaking of character, I played Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I 100% completed it. It's a good game, but honestly, it kind of reminds me of how horrifying the Kirby universe is.
I mean, it's a pink monster that eats things and has a void in his stomach.
Here's the thing. His void is the void of food and happiness. In this game, there's somebody who sends you to the pain dimension.
Oh.
So the story here, Kirby and the Forgotten Land spoilers of the deep lore. basically, so you know the premise of the game is like, oh, look, you're in a abandoned Earth, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, the setting is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
they really were like, what would an abandoned place look like if it was fun, right? If it was like taken over by animals. And
Okay.
it was like the level design, although the platforming was incredibly simple, the level design is so tight and concise with many challenges that you don't even notice, right?
Yeah.
And on it, the landscaping was amazing because it's like, oh, desert level, you know what a desert level looks like, but it's like first desert level is exactly what you think it's gonna be, just ruins in the desert, and it ends with you ending up at a desert like a hotel, right? Like a beach resorts, and it's just really nice, like very creative. But anyways, here's the main story. Kirby and friends get teleported into the Forgotten World, right? And Kirby's like, well, what the fuck? And all these animals are kidnapping the Waddle Dees, which is a crime against humanity because Waddle Dees are one of the cutest things on Earth.
All right.
And so you find this guy, Elphalus, you know, he's the best friend of the game. You know how every game will have a new best friend.
Okay.
And he's like, yo, this group called the Beast Pack is kidnapping wallabies and using them as slaves. We gotta go save them. So you just beat up everybody in your way, right? Until you get to King Dedede, and King Dedede kidnaps Elphalus and, like, takes him away, so now you gotta fucking find him. And eventually you don't. Of course, you know, like every game, King Dedede was mind-controlled. Long story short, what happened was 1,000 million years ago or something, Elphalus, Facto Elphalus, crash-landed on Earth with the intention, or this planet, with the intention of conquering it. This guy is just a space dimensional travel hopping warlord. All he does is go dimension to dimension, conquering and killing, right?
Okay.
So he lands on Earth, and Earth manages to take him down. So you know what they do? They fucking monetize him.
They monetize him. I mean, that kind of sounds a little bit like, you know, hey, capitalism, ha ha ha.
Oh yeah, welcome to Japan. Welcome to humans. So they fucking like keep him chained up. After like the fight, he was separated into Elphalus, his compassionates. No wait, damn it, I'm forgetting. But basically, they kept him chained up, right, and used his powers to like do multi-dimensional travel. And they just at one point they were like, you know what, fuck it. This place is too overpopulated. We're just gonna dip, go to a new dimension. So they do, but in doing so, they just left everything the way it was, which is why like the animals have taken over. So basically, and at some point the creature gets split into two pieces. Elphalus, your companion, and Facto, the giant psychic monster that wants to kill everything. So Facto is just like, well, I'm gonna take over Leongar's mind, and Leongar's like the king of Earth, and I'ma make him do everything I can to escape this. Well, first I gotta capture Elphalus, my missing soul piece, right? So that happens.
Okay.
They get Elphalus and Facto get reunited into Facto Elphalus, a being that only wants to kill. Right? After you beat the shit out of him, you get to separate Elphalus and be like, yay, I got my friend back. Basically, Elphalus is like the one piece of compassion he had left in his soul that managed to escape capture. And then the post-game, like in the boss fight, Facto Elphalus does this. He fucking rips a hole in dimensions, right? And like Kirby looks up, oh look, it's Planet Popstar. Why is it getting closer? This motherfucker is trying to crash Planet Popstar into Earth. So after you beat the shit out of him by hitting him with an 18-wheeler, that's not a joke, by the way, You hit this guy with a truck. Alphaless comes out, he's like, don't worry, Kirby, I'll fucking kill myself in order to fix the hole that's been done in space-time. So he does. Alphaless fucking dies.
I'm gonna say, like, Nintendo's actually been getting pretty, dark recently, because I don't know if you played, like, the Paper Mario game.
I did.
Like,
Bobby
the new one.
Dies.
Yeah, Bobby the Bob-omb is just like,
He
all
fucking
right,
killed himself, too.
I'm gonna blow up. And just, he blows up, and you're like, that's it? He died pretty early in the game, too.
It hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so of course it's like, oh, Kirby, I've managed to survive, right? Like his soul comes back to his body. But here's the post-game. Turns out that Facto decided, you know what, I refuse to fucking die, so I created my own psychic universe. And inside the psychic universe, he traps Leongar's soul, the Lion King. He traps his soul and shatters it into 300 pieces. So now
Excuse
you're going
me,
through
sir.
the post-game. You're going through the...
Hey.
Yeah.
I thought the Lion King was Simba.
Oh, God damn it. So now you gotta go through collecting pieces of this lion's soul. And then you fight... As like a secret boss, you fight the strongest enemy in Kirby history, the fucking butterfly. There's been this butterfly that showed up in every Kirby game, literally every Kirby game. There's been this butterfly, and he's done absolutely nothing except be a cute little butterfly until the last game, Star Allies, where he fucking dusts Galactonite. Which was the strongest warrior ever. And so, but that was in the special game mode, so people were like, well, is he just a thing? Is he not canon? But now he is canon, because Facto Alphaless is like, you know what, fuck this. One more final form, and then the butterfly just flies in and eats him.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The butterfly just turns Facto into dust and absorbs his psychic powers.
Man, you just spoiled an entire game for me I was gonna play.
I said spoilers.
Oh well.
You should have stopped me. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to see you ramble about Kirby for 10 minutes.
Also, on top of that, it gives us... Because another thing about Kirby lore, it's another one of those ancient civilizations that bombed themselves into the Stone Age. Because there were like two ancients. There were the science ancients and the magic ancients, which is why like Kirby has like massive technology and also massive magic, and like back in the day, they just disappeared, you know. But in Star Allies, it was revealed that the science ancients turned on the magic ancients because they thought they were too powerful, right? And so that's what sparked the war. But in this game, Leongar, the Lion King, Simba's cousin, Mufasa's uncle, was like, yeah, when the humans left us to rot here, they left for a land of dreams, which is very obviously Dreamland. So it turns out that the humans who left this planet might have been the technological ancients. But that's just speculation on my part.
Yep, sounds like speculation.
Also, Kirby gets to ride a roller coaster. Which,
dude, that is the most important part of the entire thing. Why didn't you lead with that one?
Well, also there's a cheetah with giant boobs.
I'm gonna let you sit on that for a bit.
I would love to sit on that.
You becoming a furry, my guy?
No, I'm becoming French. So real quick, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, 5 out of 5. But I also played Card Shark. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's a little indie game where all you do is cheat at card games, and you're during the French Revolution.
Oh.
Honestly, it was pretty fun. Beautiful art style. Just frustrating at times.
I feel like that's a dangerous thing to do, considering that all you had to do was accuse someone of being non-revolutionary and they would execute you.
Oh, yes. I learned that. Also, I got to meet Voltaire.
Great. I love Voltaire. Have you ever read his book, Candide?
No, I haven't.
Pretty funny. Even for being like a book that's like really, really old. Actually, it's a lot of fun. So, part of Candide and Voltaire is the author of this, right? So in Candide, Candide is just like the French version of saying candid, and usually he just kind of says things outright and like that, like, can I be candid with you? Can I be honest? Right? And then things go wrong. But one of the characters that he is madly in love with is named Cunegonde. And Cunegonde is a portmanteau, which means that it is slang of French for, like, ass and vagina. So he uses the names of the characters to represent their character traits and then exploits them. So you can tell what this character's all about. She's just very sexually promiscuous.
I lied to you, promiscuous girl. We will not be having sex tonight. Now sit down while I explain more Kirby lore.
What are you talking about? Like, they had sex the second page of the book.
Well, yeah, they're French.
Yeah, and her dad caught them.
And then he joined.
He kicked Candide out, and it was like, never go back again. But, you know, in a very French way, so, hey.
In a very French way, so he took a glove out and lightly struck it against his cheek.
If I could actually go back in time and meet someone, it would probably be Voltaire. I'm going to tell you why. Because Voltaire, you know what the main purpose, for the reason why he wrote Candide was?
What was that?
There was this guy named Leibniz, who was a German philosopher, who said that we are living in the best of all timelines. Like, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but it's like called Leibnizian optimism. And so, you know, Voltaire, being the real stickler he was like, oh my God, how could I make fun of this? So that's why he wrote an entire book, and that's what Candide is based off of, is that anytime there is this guy named Professor Pangloss says, we are living the best of all times. Things may be bad, but we are living the best of all times. Things get worse. And so, you know, that's the whole point of the book.
How could this possibly get any worse? Oh no, it's raining.
Yeah. No, it's that, because the story starts out with Candide being really wealthy, really well known. He's got Cunegonde, who's like, you know, the most beautiful and sexually alluring woman in his, like, you know, French countryside.
Oh, yes,
and,
Belle Delphine, as he would call him. Belle Delphine.
And so, essentially, what happened is that after a lecture where, you know, Candide is getting a lesson from Professor Pangloss, and he's talking about, oh, we are living the best of all times. That's when he has sex with Cunegonde, and that's when her dad catches her and Candide making out behind a curtain, believe it or not, and then fucking he gets kicked out.
Like a 9-year-old playing hide and seek?
Yeah, but it's like, you know, the French version of hide and seek. So,
oh, I will hide the penis, and you will tell me where I hid it. It's in your butt.
Well, I mean, her name is slang for butt and vagina, so there you go.
Both? Mm-hmm. That's weird. Oh, well, you know what? Groin? No, wait.
Well, I mean,
crotch? Privates.
Yeah.
Privates.
Well, because there's, like, cuna, and then, like, it's the mishmash of words. So you take the first half of the first word and the second half of the second word, and you mishmash them together.
Ass donger.
And that makes Cunegonde, yeah. So...
I'm glad we've had this talk.
Dude, I am a wealth of knowledge. I'm gonna corrupt some people like Socrates. Although that did not end pretty well, because he did die. So
I think everybody died.
No, like Socrates was accused of corrupting the youth of Athens, and so they were like, hey man, either reject your beliefs because, you know, we don't like it that you're questioning whether or not the gods exist, or you can die. And he's like, death. Like, okay.
Just kill him.
So you gotta kill yourself. And so he's like, all right, fine, I'll do it.
And I honestly, I just want to talk, if we're going there, I just want to talk about Diogenes.
Dude, I love Diogenes. Diogenes is like my favorite, because my favorite story about Diogenes is that he's walking through Athens, and there is a crowd gathered, so he goes to check it out. He's like, oh shit, what's going on? I gotta, poke my little fucking shit ass around everywhere. And so he goes in.
That he says that literally. Diogenes refuses to wash.
Yeah. He goes in and he's like looking around, and there's like a woman who's in the middle of a circle with like a boy protecting her, and there's men standing around, and the boy is like yelling at the men for like abusing her, and he starts throwing rocks, and Diogenes kind of like walks up and goes like, careful boy, you might hit your father. And
Goddamn Diogenes, he's just a boy.
Dude, Diogenes once got in trouble with Athens for publicly masturbating. And
he did
when the
everything
judge,
in public. He lived in a barrel.
Yeah, no, but he like exposed himself in a market and started jerking it. And so while he was there, like Diogenes was like got arrested, and the judge was like, okay, guy, like, you were kind of like masturbating in front of everyone. That's not okay. Why'd you do it? And he's like, if only I could satiate my hunger the way I satiate myself.
Well, you almost did. You almost frosted the mini wheats. Thank God we stopped you.
Well, I mean, it was kind of like his thing of like, oh, I'm hungry, so I'm going to commit a crime so I can get some food.
Really? Man, jail back then was not that scary.
I mean, I don't know, but hey, I didn't live in Greece back then, so I don't know.
Also, I've experienced my first binge read ever since Captain Underpants.
Oh?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I read Chainsaw Man. It's a manga. It's a mango.
Okay.
Really, really good. Really
Okay.
emotional. So the premise is, and I'm not going to spoil this one because I want people to read this. This is just like half of the first book. There's this, it's a world where devils exist, right? And depending on the name of the devil is how powerful the devil is, right? Like, so if it's like, I don't know, the coffee devil. This is an example used in the manga. The coffee devil. Well, coffee's not that scary, so it's probably not that powerful. The doll devil. Well, dolls aren't like exactly powerful, but people fear them, right? There's a fear of dolls. So the doll devil is actually like pretty powerful. And this is the man who has the chainsaw devil.
Oh.
Basically,
cool.
it's this little kid who befriends the chainsaw devil, right?
Okay.
And then through the power of friendship, they become one. So now this high schooler, 16-year-old, now he's the chainsaw devil.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good. Because at first you think it's gonna be like a stupid shitting Sharknado manga, which a lot of times it is, and that's what I love for it. This guy, have you seen any image of Chainsaw Man?
No, I've seen images of him. Yeah, he's just a chainsaw head person.
Yeah, it's some high schooler with a chainsaw head and chainsaw arms. So
How does he hug his mom? Carefully.
Very carefully. So you would expect this is like, I don't know, like what? No More Heroes, right? Or like Mad World or Lollipop Chainsaw, which it is a lot of the time. But it got really emotional, like a lot. It got really like. There's this one panel that I'm not gonna say anything about, but it legit almost made me cry.
Okay.
But yeah, I 100% recommend Chainsaw Devil. It's really good.
Well, so you were saying that like there are people that become friends with like devils.
Oh, there are some devils that just like humans. Like for example, like people fight devils using the power of other devils through contracts, and there are just some popular devils that like lending their powers to humans. Okay.
Well, you know this whole thing about demon possession, right? And making contracts with demons. Very Faustian, by the way. I fucking love it. It sounds great. Yeah, you know, Faust, the book.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, when you make a Faustian bargain, you're making a bargain for power that will end in your demise.
Yeah, well,
so
wasn't it? He wanted infinite knowledge, so he did, and then he went butt fuck insane because of infinite knowledge.
Yeah, like I think he even pranked the Pope a couple of times. So, like, here's the thing, right?
I put American beans politics. In his hat.
American politics is fucking insane, and our first actual news story of today is going to be kind of a little bit of a butt fucking insane, because there is this woman named Christina Garamo who is running for Michigan's Secretary of State. Now, the reason I talk about like demons is it's not just something that you think, oh man, I'm gonna go fight demons, I'm gonna go fight Mephistopheles with the power of Baphael.
Bro, I fight demons every time I go to the gym.
Are you sure? No, I get it. I fight demons anytime I look into the mirror. Now, here's the thing. She believes in what's called STDs. Now, before you say anything, it doesn't stand for sexually transmitted disease. It stands for sexually transmitted demons.
Well, how the hell else am I supposed to get a succubus?
I mean, that's kind of true, right?
Also,
what if I want the big titty goth girlfriend, but it's really just a succubus?
What was that spider lady from Soul Eater?
Oh yeah. Arachne.
Yeah, it's just like 8 legs but massive boobies. Like, the only spider part about her is below the navel, and honestly, yeah, no, I could probably deal with it. It depends on if the legs are hairy or not. If they're hairy, I probably wouldn't.
Most large spiders are hairy, my guy. That's how they stick to walls.
That's why I don't like them. I don't like it.
Well, I mean, I should tell you about my D&D character, because, like, I am going to say one thing, because I know talking about your D&D campaign with anyone else is kind of, like, fucking boring unless you experience it.
Massive tits.
Well, she's a dark elf, right? And her pet companion is a giant black and orange spider the size of a corgi.
I call him...
Like a fully grown corgi.
I call him Tiger Cash.
I call him Lucas.
Lucas.
Anyways, so here's a quote from her podcast, Solid Food.
Wait, Solid Film?
Solid Food.
Okay, food.
Solid Food, yes.
Okay.
She said, and I'm quoting her, remember, this is not my beliefs, if a person has demonic possession, I know it's going to sound really crazy, me saying that for some people. They're going to be like, what? But having intimate relationships with people who are demonically possessed or oppressed, I strongly believe that that person opens themselves up to possession.
You know what?
Demonic possession is real.
You know what? Okay, yeah, I kind of... So if you are possessed by a demon... so let's say person A possessed by demon, person B is clean. If person B has sex with person A, I do think the demon can be transmitted. That makes sense to me.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. So there is a woman by the name of Sarah Molsner, Dr. Sarah Molsner, who is a lecturer at the Department of Philosophy and Religion at the Central Michigan University, studies evangelical, like, purity culture, and, she said that the idea of bodies as material entities being prone to evil is part of Christian tradition that goes all the way back to the early church. But the only direct link between possession and sex that our professor has actually come across was when a young teenage girl was accused of being possessed after she was sexually abused by her pastor.
God damn it, it's The Exorcist all over again.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it's not really a commonly held belief.
It's not. There was this JonTron video where he goes over, like, The Exorcist, right? And how the director was trying to find real proof of an exorcist. So he went to, like, the Vatican in Italy, and talked to like a head pope there, and the dude's like, we don't really believe in that stuff anymore. And he's like, it was obvious that this priest was possessed by a demon. Basically, he just kept talking to people until somebody was like, oh yeah, I've seen a possession. You want to see an exorcism?
Okay. Well, hey man, there you go. So we got someone running for office who believes in demon possession by having sex.
You know what? I think that Joe Biden is possessed by a demon, not because he's evil, but because the demon has very poor control over Joe Biden's body. It's like a first-time puppeteer.
Or, maybe he's old.
Did you see him fall off the bike?
I did.
I saw him on the bike, and my first thought was, somebody help him off that thing. And then he immediately fell.
Dude, Joe Biden's 79 years old.
Why is he in office? Why is there a 79-year-old running the country?
Because we're currently run by geriatric fucks. God, so
just give me Andrew Yang. I don't even care about his politics. At least he's 30.
Okay. I mean, maybe.
I don't know anything about Andrew Yang. I know that Ethan Klein likes him, and the only thing I retain is that Andrew Yang's like 40 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. It's way too much for me to go into right now. I'm not a fan. Okay,
we're trying to keep our blood pressure low today. So yeah, I have politics too. Yeah, I can be refined. Also,
are you talking about refined beads?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did I tell you? So we have a group of friends. You know what? I don't want to say any names now that I think about it. But anyways, these are friends that you know, Stanley. And when I left, the year I was leaving Ellison, to go to college, they gifted me a can of beans.
No, I know. I don't know what you're talking about. I was there for that.
Raw beans.
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore. I ate it. I was so poor and so hungry in my freshman year.
Beanie, no. Yeah, dude. Well, like, I have something for you that might surprise you. So, I want you to take into your mind's eye. You wake up and you're in your apartment and you hear some noise. So you go to check your living room and you see someone you don't know who is like asleep on the couch. What do you do?
I mean, I'll check with my roommate first. Might be one of his friends. But on top of that, I would call the policia. Okay.
Well, in our neighbors up north in Canada, there is a woman named Angela Chalmers, who woke up, found a stranger in her home, lying down on the bed, or lying down not on the bed but on the couch.
That's very fucking scary.
She went back upstairs and quietly got her roommate. So her and her roommate locked the door, barricaded it, and then put themselves in the closet. And they called 911. Now, here's the thing. Usually when you say, hey, we're two women in an apartment, and there's a random man in our apartment, and he broke in, and we don't know what to do, you think the cops might make that, something that they could send someone out to. Well, apparently, the 911 operator told them that the police are not going to be coming right away. So, they said, apparently, Angela Chalmers claims, they said that the police were really busy, and would we mind going downstairs and waking them up ourselves?
You see, the horses, they're still eating right now, and we like to give them time so they don't get an upset tummy. Have you checked if the guy was friendly, though?
Yeah, so they did not do that. They went back upstairs and, kind of waited in their closet, and the police arrived 20 minutes later.
Okay, about the time of a pizza.
Yeah. And guess what happened when the police officers decided to wake the person up?
Hey, buddy. Hey. You okay? You good?
He woke up, got really agitated, and it took 4 police officers to restrain the man and take them out of the house.
Oh, who could have imagined that someone who would commit the crime of breaking and entering would it be? I'm just as shocked as you are, ladies. Yeesh.
Yeah. So, here's kind of what happened, right? Is that they were kind of saying like, oh, we were on the line with him the whole time and blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently the newspaper source, the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Company, had a screenshot of proof that Chalmers' phone shows the 911 call lasted 20 minutes and the call was disconnected.
Oh, that's scary as hell.
And they didn't call back. So,
Wait, what the? Oh. So, I don't want to... We can't really talk because, bad policing is everywhere and it's a big issue. But, Canada, especially, during the golden age of serial killers, they weaponize incompetence.
oh my god, dude. But still, I don't know, man. Canadians, when they get mad, they fuck shit up.
Oh, absolutely. They got they're crouching goose, hidden moose.
Here's the thing. Americans, as a default, we go to yeehaw, let's shoot things up. But, because think about it, right? Every single gun owner in America is, waiting for that moment that they can, unlock their gun safe and, take out their AR-15 with armor-piercing rounds and, light up their entire apartment with bullets.
God,
in Canada, they have really strict gun laws. Dude.
That honestly, if it would feel fun to mag dump, you know what I mean?
Go to a shooting range if you want to do that.
They don't allow rapid fire.
Go to a private one. I don't know. Find a friend
point.
that has some land. Yeah.
Good point.
So, yeah. But I think it's hilarious that you mentioned people's incompetence and our police officers' incompetence. Because I have another story for you. That's right. We're going rapid fire.
God,
So-
I hate it the most because it's less than 1%, right? But when you have 1 million cops, 1% is still 1,000.
That's a lot of fucking cops.
Yeah, exactly. And they're the ones that get the stories too. I'm not gonna go into it. What else?
Okay. So, do you know where BattleCreek, Michigan is?
BattleCreek?
Yeah, it's a place called BattleCreek.
We've had two stories about Michigan, and one's called BattleCreek.
Yeah, it's a small town in Michigan. So BattleCreek, Michigan, is actually the home of YouTube star Airsoft Fatty. But if you ever seen, have you ever seen the two people playing lightsabers in their backyard, and one of them falls over a trash can and busts his butt? I'll send you the video link to it.
Please do.
But yeah, I'm going to tell you about this. So BattleCreek has a police sergeant who tried to show up to an ongoing complaint by adding a little bit of humor as he approached them. So what did he do that was so inappropriate? What do you think? What do you think he did?
I want to take a page out of Canadian police with God, what was his name? Oh, there was
Dudley Do-Right?
No, there was this Canadian, not a serial killer, but a Canadian murderer that got pulled over by the police with fucking a body in his trunk, right? And instead of doing everything, the cop saw his license plates, which said DRK Jedi, Dark Jedi. And instead of being a good cop, the guy was like, "Hey, say, you're not Darth Vader, are you? Why do I smell blood? Anyways, be on your way."
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. Police Sergeant Chad Fickle showed up wearing a Batman mask.
Okay, you know what? That's fun. It's fun. That's not... I wouldn't call this incompetence. This is more of... What's that thing? It was like, you try doing something, we can work on it, but it was not correct. At least not today.
Okay, so
he showed up wearing the Batman mask. Was he blasting Nirvana?
So there is this resident named Justin Schatz, who there is a report of a complaint, right? Schatz said that he's had repeated confrontations with an individual who is attempting to deny his legal and deed access to his own dock on the lake near BattleCreek.
God, rich people problems are just fucking... Oh, he won't let me on my dock to the lake of my boathouse.
Funnier thing is that Schatz has actually filmed his interactions with the police in 50-plus YouTube videos on his YouTube channel.
Oh my God,
and
rich people whine the most.
Schatz called Fickle in one of his YouTube videos a wannabe Batman.
I mean, yeah, there's not... Dave Fickle was the cop? No, Chad Fickle, right?
Chad Fickle, yeah, he's a Chad cop.
I appreciate, like, if he was coming to save, like, a dog that got stuck in a tree, sure, but some rich guy arguing over fucking land debates, not the right call, Fickle.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So the BattleCreek Inquirer, the newspaper that did the story, actually went to, Fickle and asked him why, and I'm quoting, "After you labeled me as Batman in your last rant, I decided to bring some levity into the situation since you've made a mockery of the entire justice system."
Wait, so Schatz called him Batman first?
Yeah, so Schatz in one of his
Fickle's a
Schatz
king.
in one of his YouTube videos called him a wannabe Batman, and so Fickle decided that he was going to respond to the complaints with a Batman mask.
Never mind, Fickle's in the right. Fickle for mayor.
Well, I'm gonna send you a picture of this because it is fucking amazing. Post this to our episode.
So for everybody who can't see this, it will be up on the Twitter, but it's exactly what you imagine, which is what makes it so much funnier. It's just a cop
wearing like a $5 Batman mask.
I was gonna say that is not a high quality mask. This is like, exactly.
Like one of the bat ears is
$5.
kind of tilting to the side, kind of thing.
He's got a droopy bat ear. It's exactly what you imagine. It's a cop, probably nearing retirement. He's got a bit of a belly. He's got his body armor on. It's just a fucking Batman mask.
Yeah.
Batman in BattleCreek does sound like it does sound like it would be a comic book. Batman in BattleCreek.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. When you said a cop brought a mask to a complaint, I assume I immediately went like worst case scenario, some kid was shot in like the ghetto and the cop showed up in like an Obama mask.
Yeah.
This is good. I like this. I respect Fickle. At first I thought he was a little like happy-go-lucky, but no, now I understand that he is a fucking genius.
Yeah. I was just sending you the video to watch later so that you can see Airsoft Fatty, but still. So.
It's beautiful.
Anyways, yeah. So we are into our actual stories right now. We're going to go into gamer news.
Wait, what? The gamer news are the actual stories. This is Nerd Hell. What the fuck?
I know.
Losing my identity, wondering have I gone insane. Because before you interrupted me with the sexually transmitted demon, I did have a political gamer story to talk about.
Okay, I want to hear it.
The king of Japan fucking died. Okay, but in all seriousness, the Shinzo Abe, the prime minister of Japan, was shot to death. Which,
Yeah?
wow, that's insane.
I actually watched the video. It is actually kind of surprising because, you know, gun deaths in Japan are like so rare.
Bro, you can't
They're almost
have
like
one.
non-existent. Yeah, even just like airsoft guns are now kind of like really like frowned upon.
I know.
And-
I know. Like, I'm like, haha. I know about Japan. I play Yakuza, but like, fucking in the Yakuza, they don't use guns because the second they do, they know that like the police will be breathing down their necks because it's impossible to get one.
Well, also it'll land you a life sentence in Japan, and actually even just like, what is it? Discharging a gun, even if it's by accident, is like considered attempted homicide, and that could potentially get you, I think, the death penalty. But don't quote me on that one because I am not a law expert in Japanese, you know, legal system. So it's just like it's a serious thing.
It is.
But
like the cops, their guns have like a maximum capacity of 6 bullets, and they're the cops' guns are like Wiimote. They're like Wiimote wrist straps.
Dude, because like obviously this guy who shot him, like we don't really know the motivations behind it yet, but like, have you seen the gun that the guy used to assassinate Shinzo Abe?
No, what was it?
He duct taped PVC pipe together, collected black powder, and made basically a blunderbuss so that he could shoot him.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? This guy used a fucking like he Captain
made-
Jack Sparrowed the Prime Minister of Japan.
Yes, twice. Like, he shot him first and then, like, got closer and shot him again.
Wait, no, gunpowder guns are not rapid fire. It takes a solid 3 minutes to reload the bitch.
Well, no, because it's a blunderbuss double barrel, so he put
Oh
two
my
PVC pipes together and then duct taped them together.
Bro.
Like, you can tell he used, like, 5 rolls of duct tape.
God,
And-
what a waste of talents. I could 100% see, like, Jungle Hunter or Jungle Hunter-oo, where this dude just runs around with gunpowder and pipes. It's just like, today I'll be trying to take down a turkey.
Well, because, like, here's the thing, right? Is that a blunderbuss, the whole idea behind it is that you just put random shit in it, and then you just fire it at the enemy. And it's like an early version of the shotgun. And so, like, this guy, how do you make something illegal when essentially he's getting things legally, right? Because fireworks are not illegal in Japan, nor are pipes, nor is duct tape, nor is, like, you know, built bits of, like, silverware that you can use to make shot. So,
God,
Hey.
it's insane. But anyways, with that out of the way, Headache Kajingles, also known as
Okay.
Hideo Kojima, was labeled as the murderer.
Hideo Kojima was labeled as the murderer.
The guy who made Metal Gear, yeah.
They thought it was Hideo Kojima that shot Shinzo Abe.
Yep, there was an image shared by a French politician, which is hilarious, and was actually, like, legitimately broadcast by Greek and Iranian news outlets, right? So,
Okay.
this French politician posted photos of Kojima and labeled him as, in French terms, a left-wing extremist with a criminal record. And it's a photo of him wearing a Ushanka.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Like, that reminds me of, like, just how bad people have just believe random shit.
Yeah.
Because,
Dude,
like, you know how, like, the Uvalde shooting happened? Like, after the Uvalde shooting happened, they, like, found some random post on, like, and they're like, oh, it's this trans person that did it. And then they shared this random trans woman picture as like, this is the school shooter, and she had to go on the internet and be like, yo, I don't live there, I'm still alive, here I am.
I have not heard of that, but anyways, Damien Roch, the French politician, tweeted out images of Hideo Kojima, and since then has deleted his tweets and issued an apology to Kojima, saying he naively took a joke for information. And I think what the real issue is that Kojima Productions was threatening to sue the motherfucker.
I mean, I would.
Dude,
you get accused of assassinating a former, like, one of Japan's longest lasting prime ministers.
Especially when you're like, Hinkle's Co-Ginger. I'm having fun. Hinkle's Co-Ginger. Doesn't he live in the United States now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, because I think like I really don't know.
Yeah, because him and Guillermo del Toro are best friends now. They share a bunk bed.
Yeah, where they talk about dead fetuses. That's what they talk about. Yeah, because they love that theme. That theme goes around.
I mean, it made sense in PT because it's a horror game. I don't get it in Death Stranding. Why is there a fetus in a bottle of high C orange? Why is there a fetus inside of Norman Reedus?
It says that Hideo Kojima still lives in Japan.
Never mind. Oh, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
No, he's still in. According to this article written by June 25th, 2021. Hideo Kojima still lives with his mom and supports her while pursuing his game career.
You know what? I don't respect that. His mom lives with him. All right, put some respect on my man's name.
Yeah, no, I think the whole idea is that he actually. Oh shit! What you were talking about is actually on the Wikipedia page, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, because it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah. Because the actual assassination is like Tetsuya Yamagami, who is a 41-year-old Japanese maritime self-defense force veteran. Yeah, they said they're still considering legal action against the response. So.
Oh yeah, and in Japan, like. Not like in 99% of cases, the defendants always lose.
Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing, though. I think he would have actually a good defamation case.
He has an amazing defamation case. Do you want to see the photo? God, because this is the photo that the French guy tweeted in order to be like, this. Yushanka. This guy is who killed fucking Shizo Abe. It's just a photo of Hideo Kojima wearing a funny hat. Hat's honestly not even that funny. It's just kind of cool.
Wasn't he? I've seen this picture before because he's wearing a Russian field hat from the Soviet military. Like, okay.
Yeah. This French guy just plastered this photo. So I'll also put this on the Twitter. Maybe. So it's just Hideo Kojima wearing a Yushanka, wearing a sweatshirt of his company. And that's it. He's just being a goof. He's just making a face.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, like, yeah, he's just there. He's being his goofy self.
He's being the hideousness of the Kojima sisters.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Like, it's so fucking wild, right? Because here's the thing, though, is that assassinations in Japan are not rare. Like, I'm not joking. Prime ministers in Japan, I think even like between now and like 1964. So before 1964, there was like a ton of Japanese prime ministers prime ministers that have been assassinated. Like the military, like some military people assassinated a prime minister in like the 1920s. There was a person who assassinated a prime minister in the 60s with a samurai sword. So, you know.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Or was it the 50s? Or was it the 50s? But still, it's not unheard of in modern Japan, right? So,
to be fair, Raiden, one of Hideo Kojima's creations, killed 2 politicians by stabbing them to death.
I mean, yeah. But it doesn't make him like a fucking murderer, though.
Yeah, but he thought about it. What's hilarious about Metal Gear Solid is that it has a better grasp of American politics than most Americans.
What is it about what?
Fucking, like, the Metal Gear Solid games have a better grasp on American politics than most Americans.
I mean...
The Shadow Patriots.
You've met some of the people that live with us, right? Like, you've met other Americans, I assume, because...
I hope I have.
There's a lot of them that don't read the news, and when they do, they only read the title, and then, like... I don't know, there's a lot of people that listen to Tucker Carlson, like, perving over the green M&M, so...
God, that's the only reason why I listen to him. I won't listen to anyone who won't admit their sexual desires for chocolate and high heels.
Yeah. claiming it's socialism that we're making the green M&M not sexy anymore. Wonderful. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. But
that's
hey,
that.
man.
And no, Hideo Kojima didn't kill the Prime Minister of Japan.
Dude, that's so fucking awesome.
Just so we don't get sued.
Like, not awesome, but it's like so fucking hilarious. Can you imagine like there being an assassination and then like your picture just kind of like randomly goes up as like, here is the potential shooter, and it's like a picture of you eating like chili out of a can, like looking at the camera.
It's like, it's just like one of those goofy photos that like one of your friends took because you look silly. Like it's the photo of me while my sister is cutting my hair, so I have half a mohawk.
Yeah.
It's just like, in today's news, Joe Biden was shot to death by a man who used a blunderbuss from the historical museum.
The Smithsonian.
This is a photo of him, and it's just like, it's a photo of me when I was a kid, naked, holding a broom.
Yeah, dude, I would actually frame that article and just like paste it everywhere.
My mom kept that photo of me for too long.
Yeah?
She has this Polaroid of me as a kid naked holding a broom over my head like some warrior.
Dude, you're just getting ready for Jaguar practice.
Absolutely.
You're like practicing your SpongeBob victory screech.
Bro, I was obsessed with Jaguar Warriors when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I mean, it's part of the reason why your mascot is a fucking Jaguar Warrior. So there you go.
It's a bear doing a deadlift. And now, just for the final piece of news that I thought was interesting, because we are hitting an hour. Nintendo acquired a CG animation studio and renamed it Nintendo Pictures.
Great. So when are they producing Minions 3?
Minions 3 versus Mario. Honestly, I think if Nintendo wanted to have an answer for the Minions, they would just buy the Rabbids. Mm-hmm. Which I have to say, there's a new Rabbids party game coming out, and I am legit excited because, like, Rabbids 2 on the Wii, one of the best party games I played in my life. So fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. But anyways.
So, they got an animation studio.
Yeah, they bought Dynamo Pictures. And Dynamo Pictures, what have they done? I swear. Oh,
something.
So, they did the animated Pikmin short movies, which were absolutely beautiful. And they do a lot of cutscenes for Death Stranding, Monster Hunter World, Final Fantasy X III-2. That's 13-2. They did cutscenes for Persona 5, Earwig and the Witch. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But they do have an impressive repertoire of CG animation, right? Mm-hmm. So, right now, Nintendo just they haven't said shit, right? Because that's what they do. Mm-hmm. Nintendo's like, you won't know until 1 month, which I kind of appreciate, right? I don't like waiting for stuff, but at the same time, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I get it, man.
Yeah, it is possible because that's what they did with the Origami King. Like, one of my now favorite games, they were just like nothing. They tweeted out the trailer, and they were like, by the way, it comes out in a month.
Yeah, dude, it's like I don't know what's worse, right? The build up with these high expectations, or just like, oh hey, by the way, this new game came out.
Oh, by the way, partner showcase, Pokemon Puzzle League.
Oh, by the way, Persona 5 now is on fucking Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me? What?
They did shadow drop that, yeah.
I know. But they didn't really, though, because it's like months until October, so,
Persona 3, Portable Bathroom, Persona 4, Golden Shower, and Persona 5, Royale with Cheese.
Hey, whatever gets it, right?
Bro, so the intro to Pulp Fiction is one of the slickest intros I've seen in my life.
So, random thing to note. I was actually interested in looking up Minions, The Rise of Gru.
Did it make a shit ton of money?
Guess how much money their budget was?
Oh, you know what? No, it's not. I was gonna say $100 billion, but it's Illumination. They make movies as cheap as possible, which isn't a bad thing, but, it's Illumination, so I want to say probably 1 mil?
80 million.
Oh, 80 million?
Yeah, they spent, because it's all animated, dude. Like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, but, like Illumination's thing is like trying to get it done as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, well, guess how much the film made?
I want to say $1 billion.
Currently $548 million.
Okay, we're halfway there.
It made it the 6th highest grossing film of 2022.
Well, what other films came out this year? Actually,
what other films came out that grossed? I can check.
Yeah, no.
Top Gun Maverick with 1.2 billion.
2022.
Doctor Strange
it was okay.
Is 950 billion or 950 million. Jurassic World Dominion was 904 million.
Haven't seen it.
Batman was 770.
Okay, there we go. That's one movie.
Battle at Lake Changjing, which is a Chinese propaganda film, made 626 million. Thor, Love and Thunder was number 7.
Man, I guess
Fantastic Beasts.
I guess
and
I just
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. I just have horrible memories.
Yeah. No, all those movies came out in 2022.
Yeah. No, you're correct. I'm just. Damn, I need to talk to someone about getting my head checked.
Yeah?
Because I'm like, no movies came out. Oh wait.
Yeah,
he's right.
Here's the thing, right? Is that this is kind of weird, because the Minions became the first animated film franchise to gross more than $4 billion.
Wait, Minions or Despicable Me?
The Despicable Me franchise,
okay,
yeah.
The first Despicable Me was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it's was it Sonic the Hedgehog 2 apparently won Best Opening for a video game film adaptation?
I was a part of that.
So was I. I mean, that was the last movie I saw before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Literally for Savannah's birthday, we went to go see Sonic the Hedgehog. Then the very next day, pandemic started and we had to close things down. So, COVID was just happened right after that. So when we went to go see Sonic 2, I looked at Savannah and I was like, look, we're going to go in and swine flu is going to come back or some shit.
I get it. Yes, it's a kids movie, but like, can you play it at like 11 p.m. where all the kids are in bed? let me just avoid whatever concoction they made at the kindergarten today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, still, it's interesting that it got $500 million.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad there's a good video game movie. And honestly,
well, I'm not talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, because Sonic the Hedgehog only made $400 million.
Oh, yes. We're talking about the Binions, Rise of the Groupiest.
Yeah. Well, let me see what Sonic the Hedgehog's budget was. It was $90 million.
Yeah. No,
so
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's a good return.
They had
on it. Yeah.
They had a fair amount of set pieces.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
They did pretty well.
And also,
what can I say?
And also, isn't it like the worst thing to ever do with animation is animation and live action at the same time?
Yeah, that's probably the most expensive thing you can do.
I love the Life of Pi, the behind the scenes, because it's just some dude on a boat talking to a tiger doll.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the tiger doll for Life of Pi?
Yeah, I've seen the pictures on Reddit.
It's so funny that they drew eyes on it just so you would know what it looked.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, like, I think we're hitting our limit, yeah, for our people's attention span.
And you know what? That's completely fine. We're glad you're here in the first place. We thank you for listening to the ads. We making money. And if we make enough money, I can finally I'm working from 1 a.m. to 12 noon. This is... Oh, boy. Papa needs some energy. Papa needs some sleep.
Yeah?
So if y'all want to help out, y'all can share the podcast. Y'all can tell your friends about it. Y'all can post about it. Y'all can listen. Just keep listening. We like that.
Yeah. Okay.
We got an email at NerdHellPodcast at Gmail. We got a Twitter at NerdHellPodcast, of course. I know we're on Twitter, but I can't promise you none of us are Discord moderators or groomers.
Why would you say that?
Because we're on Twitter. Never trust anybody with a Twitter.
Yeah, but sure. Okay, continue. Do your thing.
We don't trust Twitter people in this house. Stanley's got a Twitch. I have a YouTube. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify. Leave us a like. Leave us a review. Tell your friends about us. And thank you for being good people. And for today's Go to Hell, I'm gonna give it to Voltaire.
Why?
Because
why are you giving it to Voltaire, huh?
He's forcing us to drink. I mean, think. God damn it.
Some would say that's the same thing, Robinson.
You know, Alexander...
See, I just used some of my Voltairean wit on you. Boom.
Alexander the Great once said, if I was not Alexander the Great, I would want to be Diogenes. And Diogenes said, if I was not Diogenes, I'd rather be dead.
What a fucking asshole. I love him. All right. Well, that's it, y'all. I think my goal to hell is going to be to global warming. I was going to be the oil companies for causing this.
Itself. Have you seen that?
Nah, dude. It's going to be the oil companies. Go fuck yourself.
Have you seen that image of the dude pointing a gun at the sun? He's like, sick
I'll
of this
do
heat.
it. Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
You've been beautiful.
I guess. Bye.